How you doing, people? It's your girl Jamie, checking in with you, seeing how you doing, fill you in on some of the stuff going on in my life and some of the thoughts, expressions, and ideas that I have. First of all, I would like to give a shout out to all the baby mamas out there that are actually doing what they need to do. You know what I mean? Even in these pressing times, ain't too much you can do, but they're still sitting there every day being mothers. They're still sitting there every day being leaders and guidance counselors and fucking PE coaches and being, you know, the teacher of philosophy and being just all around teachers. You know, because that's what we do on a daily basis. Especially with this school stuff out, you know, you start to realize how much sway you have on your child's life. You know what I mean? So we'll touch on that too. I'd like to give a shout out to all the babies' dads out here busting ass, doing what they have to do, seeing their children every single day, or because of space, you know, are still in contact with them. We got all these devices, we got all these phones, tablets, everything to make that possible, to make unity and people being part of each other's lives possible. You know, so yeah. Another glorious day. Thanks be to God, you know, and all the gifts that He gives us. And I got my boy Z. I'll invite him onto the show later. He's a great intellect, you know, really good insight on different things. Been through a lot, still going through some things. And those are the people that you kind of want to listen to. I'm not talking. I mean, always eat the meat and leave the bones. You always have a choice. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to intake everything that a person says, and keep it and hold it, but take it in, let it go through the filter and push out whatever it is that you don't agree with. And see, that's the thing, you got to know yourself. If you know yourself, then you're able to filter out what's being said and told to you. You know, what's propaganda and what's bullshit and what's, you know, false truths, and there is such thing as false truths. And half the time people don't realize that how they see some things are, you know, self-truths. It's what you perceive or depict happiness or loyalty or, you know, all that. It's how you see it, and if that falls in line with it. But it's still a a false truth. I think I said self-truth earlier. False truth. You gotta know yourself, man. You gotta really start to see and feel what you're saying. You know, all these people out here, and that's what made me want to check in with y'all, because I want to make sure that we have a good understanding on what faith is. And my mom, you know, she's running around the house, Revelations, you know, this, and Genesis this, and, you know, Matthew this, and just speaking the word, which is awesome, which is great. But there seems like there's so much concern in her voice, in the things that she's saying. But I'm seeing different things physically. I'm seeing different actions come from that. That's like, okay, well, you know, okay. It goes back to my original topic, you know, faith. You know, if you have faith that your baby's dad is bringing the milk, that means that he has consistently did things. So there's no reason for you not to believe in him. Therefore, there must be some doubt, some worry. And when you fucking with the Lord, excuse me, when you really riding with him, you know, you have to have that. You can't have that doubt. You know, and when I was younger, I used to be a atheist, you know, and you got to look up the real meaning of the atheist, so I take that back. I wasn't an actual atheist. I believe it's called an agnostic. I didn't believe, but atheists believe in something. It's just different. Okay, follow track here. It's just different. But my thing is I'm seeing all this stuff and people saying and doing all this stuff, and it's like people are buying in abundance and etc. etc. And what's funny is that, you know, a lot of Christians, a lot of people that believe in the High King, Jesus Christ, and God our Father, they're doing it too. And it's like, you know, well, he says be prepared, you know. But first you were saying, he was like, don't waste, don't save food, don't eat for the day, live for the day. You know, that's it. And now everyone's out there buying everything. Toilet paper. Come on, y'all. Don't get worried because you're on the toilet paper. You better take a shower. Wash your sock. Yeah. But, you know, don't doubt. And I feel that deep inside of me. I was just in a car accident. December 2nd. Don't forget it. Can't forget it. And I was in a coma for 3 days. My mom was there. You know, my little niece, Lila Lola Layla Ali. What's up, girl? And hey, girl. And Leo, my brother's son. And they saw me like that. And, you know, his old lady had to tell me later, you know, that the kids were there. She was there. They saw me, and Lila was crying and stuff. And so it was deep, man. I remember I couldn't really walk in the beginning. I kept passing out. It was bad. You know what I mean? It was a real. And before I feel like I was kind of living on doubt. You know what I mean? And I had already made my peace with my past. And then there's still these things like, you know, I would deeply feel like, you've never let me down before. You've never shown up. I know, I take that back. There has been times where I was like, boom, 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 and then bam. But, you know, it's not like if I say so, you're going to do it. You know what I mean? Because I think I need this done right now. I think I need this new woo-doo-woo, or this wow-wow, or this wow-woo-doo-woo. You know, it's you show up, and like a real parent, like a true parent, one that is taking care and looking after the child's well-being mentally, physically, and spiritually, then you'll see, you know, I'm not going to give you what you want when you ask for it just because. You know, there are times like, Mom, can I get a candy? I'm like, sure. You know, and I give it to you, whatever, but you know, Mom, I want an Xbox. Oh, no. You know what I mean? There's other factors in the world, in the house, if you will, in our kingdom, that I have to tend to make sure that everybody falls into everything hits into everything. You know what I mean? So what you see as important right now, I may have to reconsider as priority. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean no. It doesn't mean I am not capable of producing it right now. It just means it's not your time. It's not the time. You know what I mean? And then when you're a parent, you know, you're part of a government. You know what I mean? I truly believe he doesn't. It says it in the Bible. It made us look like us. You know what I mean? We were made to look like them. And they say it about us. You know, and his counsel. So yes, I mean, if people are trying to grasp the idea and understand the idea, then just look at it as humans. The only difference is he's not human. He surpasses anything that we could ever fathom and or imagine. And personally, I feel like if you can't, you know what I mean, this ain't a Christian channel, a church channel. This is just me letting off my feelings, especially with everything that's going on. You know, if you can't accept something greater than you, you're selfish. You're selfish. You sit here every day and have friends and have problems and issues just like everybody else. You pay your bills, you make money. So what if you make a lot of money? You still have issues with people and stuff like that on a day-to-day basis. It's going to happen. Period. It's going to happen. It's how you handle the stuff. You can't run away from the inevitable, but you can respond to the inevitable's actions. You know what I mean? And I forgot my coffee. And I really feel like, you know, you got to get your head out of the just here. You know what I mean? You really got to know that, I mean, come on now, even just being alive. Even just being alive is a miracle. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And what enforces that is that when someone dies, it's crazy. You can't touch them. I mean, you can touch, but like, hello, like, and what's crazy is you can't look at it like a doll. You can't, your vibrations, your frequency, your spirit once knew that another spirit or frequency dwelled around them or around them. There's things going on inside of us and inside of the world that we don't even understand. Like, We can try to understand, but we don't even, it's still unfathomable. Whatever. You know, but someone can make a movie and you watch and you be like, wow, you know, dang, I get that. It's the same. People stop making stuff so hard. You know what I mean? Shop the way that you used to shop, man, so that everybody can have food. That right there is, you know, I'm going to be, okay, so you're going to be the last person, you got all the food, and you're going to be the last person in the world. If something pops off here, you're going to be the last person in the world, and what? Eventually, that food will run out. You're postponing what potentially, and it's like, so what? Well, I'm going to live as long as I want to. Okay, well, now you're the only motherfucker in the world in the dark. You know what I mean? I've been locked up. You need people. Even if you don't need people personally, you know, around, like, personally, it's our frequencies, it's our light. That's why, and they've done tons of studies, you know, babies are born and they don't touch these babies, and then these babies are born and they'll touch these, they'll hug them, they'll wash them, they'll, you know, talk to them and stuff. And these babies that ain't been touched, that just get fed, like, you know, bottle here and there, you know, or, you know, even little handled, you know, handled just a little bit, they die. We are a species that needs our own species. And what's crazy, we're trying to kill it. On a day-to-day basis, we got people out here fighting and arguing and pointing the finger, and this is racist and this and this. And okay, take the term racist out the picture. You know what I mean? What if it was just people? There are, I'm not seeing, there's always, that's what the one chick, the spokeswoman, Megan, the political speaker or whatever, she's awesome. Girl, I feel you. I support you 100%. I agree with what you're saying. You're trying to make the things that people have pushed off into the dark corners like they don't exist. Not us as an ignorant people. I mean, we can always learn more. We can always open our mind. We can always look at some things, because, you know, it's craziness. We're looking at racism and it's like, not everybody feels that way. And now we have to live with these brands that people, y'all label your clothes. Y'all buy clothes with labels. Y'all buy shit with labels. I'm not for sale. I don't need a label. I'm a racist, or I'm a Mexican, or I mean, yeah, okay, to organize and figure it out, whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not racist. I'm just saying. We don't need none of that. I like every race. My kids are mixed. You know what I mean? And my people, you know, like Megan, this, you know, like she said, we're Mexicans, we're, and then black, oh man, you know, two cultures of a struggle. You know, half of my history was burned. You know what I mean? So, I mean, as far as history, at least you guys know where you come from. At least you guys know, can track down where your tribe used to be. At least you can do, well, they're still uncovering shit from us. You know what I mean? And then being Chicana, man, that's a whole another boat. And then growing up in the South, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was no way. I couldn't find a group to be with, period. The black chicks didn't want to be friends with me. Mexicans dudes couldn't and didn't like me. You know what I mean? And, you know, the Mexican chicks, they didn't like me. I was a poor child. I was fake. I was half-blood. You know what I mean? Whatever. So, all that stuff just makes life difficult when none of that shit should fucking matter. I'm a cool individual. Cool. Chill like lettuce. Lie like broccoli. And it's funny people walk around here with those issues.